Yes, we're a little bit past the time where I was supposed to meet with Ludric, right? Uh, we'll, uh, we'll figure it out. I don't want to keep him waiting.
They become agents and become a part of core, and the doctor's right there.
Yes.
Ah. Howdy.
Hi,
Mr. Ludwig was looking for you.
yes, he has an appointment with me.
Already?
I apologize if I was a bit tardy or anything like that.
No, it's perfectly fine.
Good. Well, whenever you're ready, I believe I'm as ready as I'm going to be.
Yeah, I can understand that sort of feeling. It's not always easy. But I do applaud you for coming, so.
I mean, Slade asked me to, it's the least I could do.
Yes. If you'll follow me.
Hello.
Goodness gracious, man. So, what is he doing?
You know, last time I was here, I was in a drunken stupor, and I kind of just wandered into here. I was being chased out too by the drones and by a few of the others.
Ah, yes. That would have been quite the adventure, it sounds like. Yes, it's a bit sparse. Not exactly. It is clean, yes. If you would like to, if it's a little bit more comfortable with you, we do have a couple bean bags in here.
I'll be fine standing for the moment. Maybe as time progresses.
Of course. We used to just have, the desk and one chair. It didn't really
Right,
feel,
well, it's
comfortable for some people.
Well, I used to it. Used to being on this side of things, so I'm not too worried about it.
Of course.
I suppose this is the point where I talk. Yes, I do.
Yes, usually. Start wherever you want, really. It's pretty much up to you.
I don't even know where to begin. It's just a problem, I guess. The chicken itself is
You wouldn't be the first one to have that problem.
Yeah. This is something, unfortunately, a long time coming. I mean, I saw a therapist for a few weeks before you, but... I have fucked up really bad recently. No, not recently. A lot of times. A lot of times. And the people I care the most about no longer watching me. Not unless it's something to do with the business that we own, and it feels like just everything's crumbling around me. No matter which way I turn, everything is just going to shit. And I don't know what to do at this point. The guild I'm supposed to be working for, turning me down from jobs, saying that I need to work on myself, that I'd hit rock bottom, giving me pity jobs, trying to give the dog something to do. Everyone looks at me like I'm just some broken thing. I abandon people, I'm a coward at times. I feel like shit. I feel depressed. I feel like I'm riddled in my own fucking emotions at all times, and yet it's... I try so hard. I'm trying real hard recently to try to be positive about everything, try to be more non-violent, try not to be as angry, trying to be somebody I used to be, and I have to fight that urge to not be so angry all the time. And it's just, it's hard. It's a struggle. It really is. I just...
Difficult to know where to go from this point, really.
Sorry. Sorry.
It's quite all right.
You were saying something before I spoke.
Yes, I asked if it was difficult to sort of try and figure out what to do next with your situation, to sort of to try and make amends and make things back to the way they used to be.
It is, because it seems like when I try, when I'm wanting to make an effort, and mind you, this isn't the first time I fucked up. This isn't a one-time deal. I've done it multiple times. I'm not innocent in my actions, and I know I'm not. It's just... I feel justified when I do these apparently terrible things. Like I'm doing the right thing, and yet again I'm shunned, I'm yelled at, I'm pushed away. trying to help.
Hmm. Hmm.
You're not real either.
Hmm. Let's think here. I suppose the best place to start would be, I suppose, at the beginning of when all of this happened. Sort of get an idea for what sort of became the catalyst for everything starting to fall apart.
I don't even know where it honestly would say it began necessarily.
A close guess, an approximation at best. Anything helps.
I mean, there's the countless times I've had outbursts in comms or in groups, the threats, the snooping, the constant overwatch and overprotection of people I care about. It's I suppose I guess if you really want to put a point where it all began, maybe last year, December. I'm not from here, like a lot of people from around these parts. It was just, it's a common story. We're all immigrants or refugees or something or another, right? I'm no different. Even though, actually, to be honest with you, I don't even know what I am. Not anymore. I 14 years ago, I left home. The society I come from is a bit rudimentary to a lot of places here. We still believe in slavery, and we still utilize caste systems to classify people. And at the time I was...
Yes, not so different from places we grew up, yeah.
Make a name for myself, so that I can give my wife and I, a better life. Something to look forward to, something to, make her proud. And
Understandable.
So I found a book. And when I recited the book, after weeks of research, I made a portal to a different realm. I mean, I didn't know that's what it was. I didn't know that's what the book was going to do either. I kind of just, it appeared and I stepped through, and I was gone. And I got stuck. I couldn't go back home. I couldn't find my way back. I didn't know how the book worked properly, and every time I tried, I ended up somewhere different, and somewhere else, and somewhere else. And it was like that for 13 years. Until I ended up here. Last, not this September, but the September before. And that's when I started meeting people, and I started, I didn't have many friends. Or family, really, where I was from. So seeing a kind face is something back home that's usually followed by a knife behind the back or some sort of thing to ruin you, to improve themselves. I mean, to be fair, I'm not innocent in that. I've done that before. I know I have. But it's in December, I found a way to reach the book again, to reread it with people helping, and I opened a portal to go back home. My intent was to go find my wife and bring her here, because here would have been a kinder place than where we were. Something she could have had all the things she deserved. And then I found out 6 years ago from the time I went home, she had already passed. Sickness. And I grieved a little bit when I got back here. That's all I could do. And I made a vow that I didn't want to be. I didn't want to lose anyone else like that. Not after I just started gaining people. So I started making, the promises that I wouldn't let anyone else suffer. I wouldn't let anyone else, nothing. Don't you fucking dare.
Yes, we always seem to continue to get the ones that, maybe not exactly like us, but, they're not alone.
I made the vow that I wouldn't lose anyone else, and ever since I've done everything in my power to
Should
try
be more
to prevent
surprised,
that.
but
I have.
considering the populace here, it's not honestly that surprising at this point, considering how many.
But it seems it's just every time I try to do something, I feel like I'm doing the right thing. I see people getting hurt, and I don't want it happening anymore. So I step in, I intrude, I try to offer myself to help. I'd rather be helping, watching other people suffer.
Has it ever occurred to you, or crossed your mind at all, that what may be the right course of action isn't always the thing that we should be doing? Even if it feels like that is, in our heart, in our mind, the only option that there is, or the only option to help someone. it may not always be the right course of action to take.
Learning a lesson from someone else, getting hurt is not... It's not justifiable. If they're doing stupid things, if they're doing dumb shit, they need to be rescued from themselves.
It's not entirely always the case. In the same way that a parent has to scold a child when they make a mistake, it's also up to that parent to decide if that child should be making those mistakes so they can learn.
They can't learn if they're dead, though.
Of course they
That's
can.
the thing. That people,
Yes.
No, they can't. They're dead.
Exactly. They
Once you're
can't
dead,
learn
what-
if they're
what-
dead,
what-
yes. They can't learn if they're dead. But if they're not allowed to make mistakes before having that sort of risk imposed upon them if they make another mistake, that is what they need. If by all means their life is in danger, absolutely step in. But if they're going to get hurt for doing something stupid, shouldn't that be a lesson for them to learn?
I know how people are here and how entities are here. Lessons that can be taught with a punishment and pain, and maybe a harsh reminder of the people's places in this world, not doled out too simply here. I've seen mobs form. I've seen how quickly people are willing to turn to killing just for a simple mistake. I agree. I do. If people do stupid things, sometimes they need to be left to suffer in an extent, to learn to not do things like that again. But then other times, they actively go out and do it again regardless, under the guise that they're doing something good for everybody by doing it.
Yes. I have encountered that a lot with many of the people that I have met, that the selflessness that borderlines on the imbecilic.
I mean, I can't say I'm any better, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm literally doing the same thing. I'm sticking my neck out to save these people from themselves sometimes. Or because I'm selfish, too. It's not true.
It's okay to be protective. It's okay to pull them out of a situation if it becomes too dangerous. But you don't always have to be the one to rescue them. You don't have to completely save them from all of it. You can be there to help them, to lessen the situation. You don't always have to solve the situation.
I know I don't have to. I'm learning that recently. I've learned that quite recently. All the people who didn't have me there are doing fine without me. And it seems to be the recurring trend. Everyone's doing fine without me. Except they're not. Some of them not. I don't want to lose anyone else.
It's understandable.
But it seems like it has It seems like it doesn't matter at this point. It seems like I'm already losing everyone. It's I have these people coming up to me recently. A lot of people wanting to know if I'm alright, wanting to check in on my well-being, noticing my mood, noticing my differences, and I get that. I do. I understand they're trying to be helpful. I recognize that. I know I'm not what I used to be anymore, but you're not real.
There's a lot of him that
Sorry,
needs to be that way.
I don't know. I know I must seem crazy. Hallucinogenic. There's an entity that follows me around every now and then. A few of us. It feeds off of negative emotions. It feeds off of things, sadness, anger, grief. Manifests itself. It makes itself more apparent whenever it's around the most someone feels. And I guess finally realized where I am in life, so it has started sticking around me a bit more.
I would say I'm surprised, but really, I'd be more surprised if there were fewer people without entities or different things speaking to them in their minds.
It happens too often around here. It's too common.
It does, yes.
Just so many different things trying to influence the world. Actions, consequences, people, lives.
Yes.
It's not important. It's not important. It's not why I'm here. I'm not here to talk about that thing. I'm here to talk. Get better. Be better. Do better.
So, what has it been making you feel the most whenever you see them and they're doing fine, or they're doing as well as they can be? I'm assuming some sort of inadequacy, like they don't need you.
Where I'm from, when you're of my status as a servant, your life is spent dedicated to assisting or working or helping people, and the moment you can't is the moment you stop eating, the moment you stop being the person. So I'm always trying to find things to do to be helpful for people. Trying to find things to do to seem like I'm useful for something.
Well, I would say fortunately for you, I don't really feel like an ultimatum like that exists here. You are free to do as you wish, whether it be continuing on that path of trying to help as many people as possible, but you also have to think about helping yourself at the same time. If you're just constantly looking out for everyone else, who's looking out for you?
Some of them, I mean, Sleep recommended me to come talk to you.
Yes.
There's people looking out for me.
Yes, there are. But nobody knows exactly what you need more than yourself. It is okay to take time for yourself. It's okay to say no to things, to requests, to people.
I did do that. I've done that multiple times now where I've shoved off my duties onto someone else or onto groups of people. And I feel terrible for it. I was supposed to go to the Feywilds. I was supposed to go to the Winter Court. I was supposed to help somebody get their mind back, and I told them it was a stupid idea in the beginning of everything. I said it was a dumb idea, don't do this. But no, they have to help their friends. No, they have to do this. They have to do what put themselves in such serious danger to go do this for a friend. And I abandoned them.
He's not wrong, though.
Abandoned them, and now they're being hunted, attacked, looked at. I scouted. I don't know. And I'm being told that this is their mistake. This is their problem. They have to deal with it. I don't need to get involved. I don't need to do this. But I just I see these people that I love. And I want to protect them. I want to help them. I know they don't want me to. I know they don't. I know some of them don't want anything to do with me. I'm not trying to be a hero. I'm just trying to make sure people come home.
Try as we might, even to the best of our abilities, we will never succeed 100% of the time.
I know.
Even I don't succeed 100% of the time with the patients that I have helped over the years.
I know even if I help, things aren't always going to go good. I know I'm not going to be able to protect everyone. I know there are people who are going to die. Even if I help, I won't be enough to stop some people from passing on. I get that. But if there's an inkling of me being able to change that, I want to. I've already caused 2 deaths. I don't want to be responsible for more.
I'm just going to sort of hazard a guess here and say that you tend to be the very hands-on type of helper.
Yes and no. If I can't do something, my help is the connections. I was a merchant by trade, and now I am co-owner of Bardic Circle. I'm known to be social, involved in many groups. So if people have an issue, I normally can't fix it, but I can point people in the right direction to other people, connect them to make sure they get help. I want to be the one that helps, though. I try to be. You know, I had, at one point, I was a part of 10 organizations with 10 different jobs in each organization.
Was it fulfilling work?
I realize. No. No, it's not. The only job that I've had so far since I've been here, it feels like it's been fulfilling in any form or fashion, was Bardic Circle. It's the only positive thing I feel like I've actually contributed to this place. Sure, I've been a shield and I've healed people to an extent. And maybe I've said things a bit inspirational to some people, but anyone else could have done that. It didn't have to be me. I'm seeing this now. I'm replaceable.
I wouldn't say anyone is replaceable. Ever.
I would. I would. Two of my friends are dying. In pain. I tried to help. I couldn't do anything to be of help. I kept having to rely on other people to find gaps and things, and at a point I just rinsed my hand of it and said, call me whenever I can actually do something to help. And they're fine. They're walking around just fine without me. I don't have any skills of my own that allow me to be helpful in that regards. I imitate. It's what I do best. I'm just good at seeing what other people can do and trying to copy it to the best of my ability. I'm a bard. I can't even sing. I can't even play my own music. I play other people's music.
A little bit embarrassing, yes. But I don't think he understands the worth that he has. I think you've already spoken quite well about what your worth is to others. You just have to stop and think about it. You say you don't have the skills to help people, but you do. If your best skill set is seeing what other people do, being able to imitate that, it's not about helping them in the now. It's about helping them get better over time. Your worth is making people better, in the same way that mine is. You said before that they're fine without you. That's not the question you should be asking yourself. The questions you should be asking is, how much better can they be with you? I said this to Slate, and I will say it to you. You can help by being a leader and a role model and a teacher to these people, to these older than you, younger than you, around your age. You can make them better. You don't have to be a leader in that regard. You don't have to be a leader in that regard.
I've been to too many meetings, had too many outbursts. I hear how they talk about me when they don't think I'm paying attention. I fuck things up they talk about. I bring the mood down. I ruin everyone's moods, morale, and expectations. Slade tried to be a leader and I shot him down immediately.
I would say Slade's a better teacher than a leader, but I think that's because people tend to place Slade a lot higher than he can actually be.
Slade has an issue with people just seeing him as a killing machine. He wants to be seen as more than a killing machine, I know that. That's why I offered the group therapy idea. I've heard him talk. Twins want to talk to him all the time now anyway, so...
I would say it's more than just that. People see Slade as someone more than a human. When they start to see and treat him as someone that's more than just a human underneath all of that armor. And that starts causing problems. You have outbursts. Why? What brings those on?
People act stupid. People act stupid. They talk over each other. They say things that I know are going to get them hurt, or I know are going nowhere, exacerbating the problems. We fought an entire war, and half the people wanted to fight the generals, the other half wanted to save the generals, wanted to treat them like people. And I kept hearing the bickering and the arguing, and I just wanted to kill them. I wanted to be rid of them. With everything they'd already done. People, and people going on about how they're just like us. They got caught at the worst time, the lowest point. Made deals when they shouldn't have, and maybe that might be true. But what about all the other people that suffered because of that? I have these outbursts because I'm just tired of fighting.
I know that all too well. There's more constructive ways to teach them than yelling. You want them to listen, yes, but if you want them to listen, yelling isn't going to get them anywhere.
Neither was talking quietly and kindly to them. You know, the funny thing is, the first time I yelled at someone was one of the first few times that people started paying attention to me more, listening more to what I said and believing in everything I started saying. We had just gotten attacked on a ship. Our ship got taken down. And then we had a meeting with a bunch of people afterwards.
So then what changed?
About where they were being safe, and then the ship that got blown up.
What changed to make them stop listening to you like that?
And the response I got was, "You're doing good. You're doing the right thing. You're saying the right words. Look at you. Proud of you." Maybe they had a bad impression on me. Fuck off.
So then what changed? What changed to make them go from listening to you to ignoring everything you've said?
Secretive. I was a spy. That's what I did best. I gathered intelligence of people. I listened in on conversations. I listened in on details. Cloaked around people. Because people talk so freely in public. It's so much information you can get just by listening. And then when people ask for information, I don't give it to them. And then they get pissy because I don't feel like they're worth telling the information to. Because they're not a part of the issue. So why the fuck do they need to know?
It has to be more than that. It has to be so much
They start going over
more than that.
conversations with Ludric, and then they start going on about just the things I'm doing, the changes in me, whatever I might be infected with, or was infected with. I got cured, only cost me my eye. And now I'm becoming a fucking... I'm not even going to be what I am anymore, and that's just going to cause more distrust and more concern and more fear against me. I already see it with certain people, just by telling them. I now have organizations and entities coming from the lower planes trying to welcome me home, telling me I'm one of them. I have been this entire time. I have to take aspirin and painkillers every day now because I'm growing horns. And they haven't broken through yet, but they're starting to. It aches. And anytime the people I want to be able to be helpful with that don't even want to talk to me anymore.
What to do with this one?
How did I get here? How did I go from just being this social figure that everyone wanted around them at all times to feeling like I'm the most hated and vile thing to the people around me? That's not even true. That's me talking over my own emotions again.
And what have you done since? Have you tried to make amends with those those they feel that you have wronged?
I have. I've made an effort. I went to one person and I told them that I'd realized I had been acting like an asshole these past few months. I haven't been the person I used to be, and I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to change. No more violence, no more fear, no more acting out of hatred and such. And they were receptive. They were positive about it. They wished me luck, and they were happy to see that I was one that I could change for myself. The others just... they walk away from me whenever I'm nearby, or they refuse to look at me. I apologized to them. I finally got a chance to do that. I told them I was hoping I could be the person that they used to know, and the response was just, "We hope so." And they walked away. Last week, there was a problem that I didn't think I could handle, but I knew they could. So I asked them to help, and they reluctantly said yes, and I showed them the problem, and they were talking, and things seemed like we were working together, like we were starting to kind of fall into old rhythms. And then the person we were trying to help got stabbed. right in front of us. It disappeared. And just the first time that we got to try to connect and do something, and it immediately went to shit. I'm trying. I really am. I'm trying so hard. And it just feels like no matter what I do, I'm not doing what people want me to do. They tell me they want me to get better, I need to get help, but I don't even know what help is. This help so far has just sounded like people are telling me to stop trying to help people. I just don't know what to do. I have so much freedom to do whatever I want to do. And yet I feel so constricted because I just don't know what I can do to stop this feeling.
Maybe that is something that you should do then. Not necessarily stop altogether, just take a break from helping others to help yourself first, to help yourself get better.
I don't even know what that means. What does that mean? Everyone keeps telling me to get help, to get better, do things for you. What does that mean? What does that mean?
Well, let's start with what you said before. You said the lower planes were welcoming you, saying that you were one of them. You said you're starting to grow horns. Does that not seem a little bit odd to you?
I know. In what manner?
I mean, does your race do that normally?
I didn't even know. My species doesn't even have 4 arms. I'm a mutated version of myself. I'm not even... Where I'm from, we were known as the Nubai. We were jackals. We just... religious folk. It's all we were. It's all we tried to be. But I'm finding out recently that we were an experiment from a fiendish race. An offshoot. Because I've been accessing magic and because I've been dabbling in the arts and such. I'm becoming like my ancestors.
Well, that sounds like a good place to start at that point.
In what, necessarily? I don't want to become like them.
If you don't want to become like them, then you have to understand them better and yourself in order to prevent something like that from happening. It's not going to be as easy as just saying, I don't want to be like them, so I'm not going to.
When I talked to one of the representatives of the house, apparently I even have a last name. I never had a last name. They're claiming me as one of theirs. But apparently, if the process goes through all the way, I go home to them and I get a job under them. Once more, I'm serving someone else.
Knock, knock, knock.
Yes.
Might I grab something real quick?
Yes, you may.
Thank you. Kind of actually need it right now.
Well, if it's important, then yes, definitely.
I'll just take the whole thing. I'll be back.
don't want to lose my soul to corruption. I don't want to.
I'm sure there has to be a way.
There is. He told me there's a way. Said he can remove it purely himself. However, if he does, it sounds like essentially they're ripping a core part of what I am and who I am. And I'm old. I'm already older than my species. I don't want to do this, but I also don't want to die.
It's understandable. Were they specific on what parts of you, what core essences that make you you, they were going to take?
The fiendish parts of me, more than likely my magic.
I don't necessarily think that you need your magic to still be you.
I do.
In what sense?
I'm a conductor. For my bardic abilities, I create symphonies of illusions. Play melodies I cannot play without that. I can't heal anybody like that. I can do medicine, sure, but not to that level. Not to that extent of knowledge, not in that short amount of time. Sure, I can take a shield and a gun or a sword or something like that and still be on the front lines, but I'm not strong. I'm weak. I'm frail. Get hurt all the time. I have so many scars underneath this clothing.
Do you feel
Few
like...
people who make differences.
Well, yes, but you can still make a difference without the magic.
I've have yet to see a single person do it without it. Without some form of capability.
And what about me? I helped Slade, I've helped so many others. Without a single use of magic in my life. Do I have magic? Yes. Have I used it? Yes. But the way I help people is without my magic. There are so many things that you have told me that you have done that don't involve your magic at all. You have these connections. You know how to work a system in and out because of these connections. That wasn't from your magic, that was from you.
That was because I was there on the front lines with these people to be able to make these connections with them. That required me being in combat, that required me providing assistance, that required my magic.
To get it started, sure, but look at you now. You have the connections made. You have the means to make those connections grow without having to be on the front lines. You have the ability to help people without the use of your magic. That was never what made you, well, you. It just sort of helped you achieve certain things maybe a little bit faster. If giving up your magic and that fiendish part of you in order to continue helping people with every other skill that you have means that you don't have to become a slave to someone else, helping people that you don't want to help do things that you don't want to do. Is that not a worthwhile sacrifice?
There it is, I'm selfish again. Once more, I have to make the sacrifice for everybody else's benefit.
Does it not also benefit you? Does it not also prevent you from turning into a fiend?
Yeah.
I'm not saying you have to make this decision lightly or quickly, but it should be something that you should weigh out.
Think about it.
Your magic was never what made you who you are. It was your smarts, your wits, your cunningness, your selflessness, your kindness.
And it's also what got me to where I am now.
Yes,
Magic didn't make people hate me. I made people hate me. I didn't need magic to do that either.
no, you didn't. But it may have played some part in it. Especially if it came attached to this fiendish side of you.
I've been using magic for an entire year before this even became a thing. This was a test that I accidentally passed, and that's when this part started. I was using magic long before then. Mind you, I also had packs, so
To me, it sounds like if you continue to fight it, if you continue to just try and ignore it, it's only going to lead to more people being hurt and pushed away. Don't you think? When exactly did you find out about the fiend part of you?
Last month.
Did it cross your mind that that part of you might have been the cause for things starting to become worse?
I was already like this before that part. This is just another day in the life for me at this point. Just another person, another step, another entity, another thing that wants to use me and make me do things for it. The entire foundation of what I was and what I believed in all got uprooted by this. Notes, documents, pages about my people, pages about my religion, explained through events. The very core concept of what I did and who I was put into question because of what species I am. I don't even know who I am half the time anymore.
I'd say it's pretty clear that you already know who you want to be, though.
I tried being that person, but apparently that's not what people want from me.
It's definitely tough. I don't think any answer
The question becomes,
is going to be an easy one.
hypothetically, say I give all that up, right? I get rid of my magic, I get rid of that part of me. What changes? What changes outside? What changes with the people? My capabilities of helping in that regard goes away, sure. But that doesn't undo what I've said and what I've done. Me sacrificing my magic would just be servicing me at that moment. In the long run, sure, maybe it has an effect on making me act differently and doing things differently, but what does that show that I changed? It just makes it seem like I'm running away from another problem. I'm blocking another part of me, see?
I don't really feel like you're running away from anything by making that choice. Hypothetically, you do it, right? You give up your magic. You've also given up on that fiend part of you continuing to exist. Something that may have had an impact on your behavior.
Lots of things have impacts on my behavior, dear.
Yes.
Again, this is nothing different. Between being affected by the Aether or by the plague, I'm so used to being influenced by other things at this point, I don't even know what normal for me is. And here's the thing. I retired at a point. I did. Whenever Gregor was gone, whenever he situated that, and we got the crystals out of the city from the Aether, I said I was out. I was done. I didn't want to do anything else with anybody else. I wanted to be left alone. I wanted to be rid of all of this. And you know what the first thing that happened when I did? People came after me. People threatened my life. Told me to make them a list, or they were going to kill me. It doesn't matter if I give it up. Something else is just going to come after me. That's already been proven, time and time again. Zaris came back. I even attempted to be a decent person. One of the missionaries came to the meat rack, and the very first time I'd seen them, people told me who they were. I tried to be the person that was nice. Maybe make a difference. Maybe this is a different fact. Maybe this could be something else, right? I tried to be nice. I tried to be helpful. Tried to show them nothing but generosity and kindness. And you know what the response I got for that was? They shoved a piece of paper in my pocket and blew me up outside the fucking onsen. Really, I don't feel like if I give that up, it's going to do me any good. It might help everyone have nicer feelings towards me, but then I'm sitting here without a capability of defending myself. Once more, I am reliant on other people. Once more, I am a slave, but this time I'm just a slave to the people around me.
Being reliant on others doesn't make you a slave. I would know.
If I have to deal with the fact that I cannot protect myself, I cannot be safe on my own, and other people have to step in. Well, we're already fighting about it once. We're just flipping the roles. I'm sorry that came off rude and harsh.
No, it's fine. You're under a very large amount of stress and a vast amount of other emotions. It is understandable.
Robin is something of a psychonaut, I think is what they refer to themselves as. Looked into my head and tried to find what I had problems with. Said trust was a big issue of mine. That I don't trust people. Not wrong. I do have trust issues. But I also feel like those trust issues are
Justified.
justified.
Exactly. Too many times of trusting someone and getting burned.
I found out by snooping that two of my friends had been kidnapped. They were being held hostage somewhere. An entire organization knew about it, planning on doing something to save them, and that's fine, and I'm glad that they did. But they were still two people I cared about. And I didn't even know they were suffering. But again, they didn't need my help. One of the biggest threats that we were dealing with was caused by somebody close to me. Making it happen because they were trying to make a play for power. And now they're a fucking councilman. Look at that. You betray people and you get rewarded. I betray people, apparently, and I am shunned.
Yeah. Trust is hard, especially in a city like this.
The twins didn't. They never betrayed me. They never harmed me. They never did anything wrong towards me. But I care too much about them to leave them alone, to let them be attacked or abducted or harmed or anything. I smother them, I know I do. How am I not supposed to, when every enemy we talk to messes with your mind, hides in the shadows, waiting for a moment you're not paying attention to strike? Our last conversation before everything went to shit between the three of us, they were talking to someone behind a tree. We had just had a scout from Zaris make an appearance, started popping in and out, attacking people. I dispatched them. I wanted just to make sure that they were safe. Just them, no one else, just them. And I would have been cloaked. I would have done it in a way where they wouldn't have even known I was there. But the city is such an issue. The city's so fucking stupid and backwards.
Yes.
I yelled at them.
No decision's gonna be easy.
I'm just... Everything's coming out at this point. I'm trying to talk. I'm trying to find something to hold on to, something to latch on to, something that makes sense. A direction. Be honest with me. Am I really this broken?
No matter how broken anyone thinks they are not beyond repair. Are you broken? Sure. All of us are broken. I haven't met a single person in the 2.5 centuries that I have been alive that hasn't been broken in some way, shape, or form.
So then what do I do?
I don't think any decision that you can come to will be an easy one. Or potentially a happy one. And that's why I would suggest very, very carefully thinking about everything. And weighing what is most important to you.
I refuse to look at you. You are not beyond repair, and you are not beyond redemption. just want to know. I just want to not feel guilty about doing anything anymore. I just want to be able to be helpful again. Not worry that I'm doing something wrong. In my culture, our belief, our religion is that when one does things, they do so towards the benefit of the society, helping to improve it to be something of a light for people to follow. When you die, you join the glow of the moon, you become a light, and it helps guide the pathway for the people after you. That's what I wanted. I wanted to be a light for people. I wanted to give them a path to follow. I wanted to be that light for people. I just snuffed out my own flame, snuffed out my own light.
As long as a single ember continues to burn, that light and that flame can be rekindled and reignited.
You're right. You're right.
Even if everything feels as if it is hopeless, as long as you can maintain even the smallest ember of hope that things will get better, that is the most powerful tool that anyone can have.
All right.
Hope is more powerful than anything that we possess. It is more powerful than our magics. It's more powerful than the gods and deities that people believe in and that exist. Hope is the light that you aim to be.
Send him back to me when you're done feeding him lies and pretty little words.
I hope I got through to him.
Mm-hmm. Whose voice was that?
Whose voice are you hearing?
I heard something. Oh God, I am hallucinating now. I guess I have a lot to think about.
Any path he makes, any path he chooses is not going to be an easy one, no.
Decipher.
It is a lot to think about, and definitely a very hard decision to make on which path to choose.
There it is.
You don't have to rush into it.
I know. I'm aware. Something that'll take time. Like my healing, like my help for myself, I guess. Can I come see you again?
I would say that's probably the only dumb thing that you have said today. I am always available whenever you need me. For as long as you need.
Thank you.
Therapy is not a race, it is a marathon.
Yes. Marathons are normally run by, oh no, it's a relay race. I am thinking of something else completely different. But just want to make sure, I want to make sure I'm taking steps in the right direction. I know these are things that I have to do, decisions I have to make, and thoughts I have to have, but...
Yes, but you don't have to do them alone.
Exactly. Sometimes another light is needed to reignite a dying ember.
Yes.
For now, I won't offer my assistance to others. If others come to me asking for something, I'll do something if it's within my capabilities. But if it's not, I will send them to somebody else who can. Old knees.
Yes.
One of the unfortunate parts about getting older. Limbs don't work like they used to.
I would say I understand, but, you know, I still don't look a day over 30, despite being almost 300.
Oh, someone in his late 40s. Someone in their late 40s, I can't say I relate. It's all downhill for me. I'm just waiting for the fur to turn grayer and old. But, I think that concludes today, for now.
Of course.
If you have any input or any suggestions or criticisms of your own, I will not shy away from them.
The one thing that I would say is to just continue to try and make amends. Even if it doesn't seem like it's working. The fact that you're trying speaks volumes to them, even if they don't show it.
Right. Right. Do that. Let's say, next Thursday.
That sounds fine.
All right. Again, I do appreciate this.
Of course, that's
Pleasant rest of your evening.
that's why I'm here.
You should still be thanked regardless, even if it's what you think you're supposed to be doing here. You are still helping. As someone who helps, appreciation should be shown.
Yes, no matter how broken someone is or something is, they can always be repaired. Fill the cracks with gold, silver. Whatever is needed. Even broken things can be made beautiful once again. It would seem your compatriot is actually socializing once again.
I'm glad for that. Doesn't get out of the blacksmith shop that often. Very, what's the word I wish to hear? A bit reclusive.
One step at a time.
I'll swing by to say hi. One step at a time. You know what? He's doing fine on his own.
I believe in you, Mr. Phil, for sure. Absolutely.
I am thoroughly confused. Alright, we're squat walking now. I think I might head back to Orlando Soccer for a little bit. Walk through the woods a little bit. Nature helps to clear my mind.
It is good at that, isn't it?
It is. Give me some space to think as well.
That is peculiar.
Is my leg doing a little jig?
No, I was going to say the little being that rolled towards us.
I believe they're having a private conversation, Willow. Oh,
No.
Apologies.
We're just talking. No, we're just talking.
Oh,
It's
I see.
perfectly fine, dear. We just happened to notice as we looked over. Well, she did, and I just looked over now.
understandable. I mean, I would also notice if a baby slime came sliming up to me.
Yes.
Is that what that is?
Yes.
I've never seen one as an infant
This is
before.
my newborn. The name is Willow. And I am Nom. Good to meet you.
Pleasure.
Pleasure to meet you as well. Ludwig.
And I am Amber.
Oh, I believe I've heard about you before.
Uh-oh.
Not
Is that
you.
a good thing or a bad thing?
But I have heard of you, I think. You're a bard, right?
Yeah. Yes, I am.
Well, my family likes bards, so I'd say it's pretty good.
I'm glad to hear that.
Oh my. Going off to comfort them.
If you like
Do you have
bards,
it
then,
handled?
if you like bards and your family likes bards, then might I offer an invitation, then? I am a bard, but I am also the co-owner of an organization called Bardic Circle. We are a music company by bards, for bards, but for everyone. We're having a ball next month on the 13th. A lot of us will be
It's
performing.
been a while since I've been to a ball.
If you like, we're always welcome to have new people come by and listen to the music and forget about troubles for a little while.
I'll talk to my father then. I'm sure he'd be interested.
Where are you?
It's been a very long time since he's been to one.
Well, I always encourage it. Helps give people a chance to not care about the outside world for a few hours.
That is the nicest quality of music.
Yeah. So you're doing fine.
I'm doing fine.
Glad to hear that.
I was
I'm going to keep an eye
with
on
Charles
my
and
name,
another
but it's
member.
nice to see you.
I never actually caught your name.
Likewise.
You may call me Battery. It is a pleasure to meet
Pleasure. I am Ren. But me and Charles and Battery were, I guess, broaching on a lot of different topics, and the last one was algorithmic learning with AI and how sometimes they can gain sentience as a result of it.
The awakening for certain individuals, how they
Mm-hmm.
go from being merely programmed to fully ascended consciousness.
Mm-hmm. It's, I guess you could say, a very fascinating topic to broach or study on, which I should probably get back into researching again.
Admittedly, it's a bit above my head. All that, I can't try to say that I understand fully. I mean, I'm always welcoming new people I can talk to. It's always a pleasant, addition.
Oh, also,
Technically, the topic
you-
is my head.
that is true. Also, apparently, someone delivered a bunch of silver for you.
Yes,
It was a
Miss
very large
Sasha.
crate.
Yeah, Miss Sasha was making wards against certain individuals trespassing on places they should not be, and she required silver to make those. She had enough, but I thought if in the future, should she need to make more, or if, say, another enemy broaches, that we find a way to ward off using silver, having a supply on hand ready to be used would be beneficial in the long run of things.
It definitely is a lot of silver, and it's definitely more than I think we'll have to worry about for quite a long time.
Good.
It is a
I
fairly
think
large
it is.
crate, and it's by the blacksmiths. Just
Yeah.
outside by the targets next door to it.
Oh, good. It seems Mr. Thorgard, his associate, came through after all.
It unfortunately
will,
couldn't fit through the front door.
Okay, maybe I have a bad logistics on that one. That one might be on me. My apologies.
It is fine. We were able to have, I guess, 2 synthetic individuals that were patrons to assist with carrying it around the fencing.
Oh, well. That's good. Oh. Sorry, just overlooking some people. I think I'll go say hi to some people before I leave. I'm just gonna head back towards Orlando Soccer. What tiny bit. But,
Understood.
it's nice seeing you again.
Nice seeing you again, Ludwig.
Pleasure meeting you properly. I saw you last time, but I don't think we'd come a chance to exchange pleasantries.
No, we never. It is a pleasure to meet you, mister. You may call me Battery.
Ludwig. And likewise, it's a pleasure to meet you, Battery. I hope the two of you have a wonderful evening.
You as well.
Hello, second best dog.
What do you mean you're second best? The competition is
Yeah, but if I say it enough times, eventually you'll believe it.
No, I'm always the best. I am best, canine. I'm heading out. Have a lovely night. Lovely to see
Have a
you
good
again.
night.
I think I will as
Likewise.
well. Still slightly suffering from that headache from the other day.
Would you like
I have some aspirin if you need it.
Oh, I have plenty
Yeah,
in my
have to
room.
carry
I
it
just,
with me.
I think I just need to lie down.
Well, get some rest then, okay?
Of course.
You doing alright?
I'm
You
doing.
need me to walk you to your room?
No, I'll be fine. It's just headache from too much to drink the other day. It's still lingering.
Fair enough. Just with how you sounded there, I got a little worried, so I want to make sure that you're okay to at least get to your room.
No, I'll be fine. It's not that bad. Just probably another day of rest and it'll be gone.
Yeah, it's a nice long 12-hour sleep, hopefully.
Yes.
I hope you feel better.
I do as well. I did drink quite a bit the other day.
Definitely drink a cup or 2 of water and get some rest.
Yes.
Should hopefully help a lot.
Hopefully.
Nice. Have a lovely night.
You as well. And I hope you all have a lovely night as well. But again, I must retire.
Farewell.
Oh, that poor man has so many difficult choices to make. I hope he understands that the right one always can't be the easy one. And the right choice isn't always the right choice. Sometimes you have to do the wrong thing for the right reasons, rather than doing the right thing for the wrong reasons. There's only so much that someone can do, even when you're trying to help. There's only so many hours in a day and only so many days in a year. You can't expect to be there for every single one of them. And sometimes it's not always help that people need, but it's guidance. Sometimes that's all they need, is just a push in the right direction. I guess we'll see how he's doing in a week. I mean, so far he's the only one that's actually seemed like he will come back in a week. Slade still hasn't come back, even though he wanted another session, so we'll see how that goes.